Hi, my name is Ruben, and in this video I will show you how to get started with Boei. So let's dig in! We've just signed up and this is the first page that we see. On the right you can find a view of all of your buttons that you currently have. At the moment we have only one button, so we want to make a new one. First off, we give it a name. The name doesn't really matter, it's only for you to understand which button is which. Alright, the button has been created and we can go to the settings. This is the page of the settings of your button. On the left you find the installation. First off, we need to install the button on your website. You can find a couple of options in the drop-down list. WordPress, Shopify, we have a plugin for it. Card, there's an explanation. If you press the HTML snippet, you get the exact code that you need to copy. You need to copy it just above the body tag in your website. If you use an alternative method, for example WordPress, you can find the installation guide right here. This is the first step. Now we move to the second step of the installation. Boei identifies which button to load based on your domain name. So here we need to add the domain name that we are using. I've added only boei.help, but if we want to use it also on www.boei.help, we also add that one. Don't forget about this one, because then the button will not load and you will also get a message from it, but it can be confusing for some users. Alright, this is all of the installation that we need. Next off is the settings. So here you can find again the name of the button. You can set the color that you like. You can press one of these colors here, or you can use this menu to find a specific color that you like, or even use a hex color to find the exact color that you need. Second part is the icon. You can select the icon that you like or upload a button image. Position, the position on the screen. For example, on this screen it's on the right bottom. Typical location, I would say, but some users prefer it either in another area of the screen. Up to you. Next off is the call to action. This is a message that can be shown next to the button to trigger the user to click it. You can drag the slider to set the amount of seconds that will be used, for example 8 seconds. And here you can type the message that you would like to use. You can also set the font of the button to anything that you like. You can use the inherit from the website, or you can use a specific font that you would like to use, and even the size. Shape, typical shape that's used here is round, but you can use any one that you like. You can set the weekly report, then you get a weekly report in your email box with the number of interactions that you received and also some further statistics. Business hours, hide on page. This one you can use to hide it on specific pages. Transparency and white label. So at this moment we have set up the button as we would like it. Now we're going to add some helpers. On the right you can find the helper menu. There's a big list of helpers that you can use. So for example now we want to use an Instagram page and we type in the title. This is the title that the user is going to see. You can even define the icon. It can be anything that you like, doesn't really matter. It's being shown here on the left. And the username also very important. We can save it and this one is now added. And we can continue to add even more. So for example, the contact form widget. You need to either define an email, a Slack location, or a webhook. And here on the bottom, you have a couple of options for all of the fields to set the exact text that you would like to use. We save it, and this is done. What you see here on the right top is an important message. Each of the changes that you make takes around 15 minutes to become visible. This is because your browser is caching the Boei button itself. So when you make a change and have previously already loaded the button, You will not immediately see it, you have to wait 15 minutes. You can also clear your browser cache. This is directing you to a help location how to do it. And then you can immediately see the results. This method has a great upside for your client because they only have to load Boei once, and then it's ready for all of the other pages that they're going to use. Alright, so this is how you can set up your first button in Boei. Of course, there are many more customizations and changes and additional helpers that you can add. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. You can use this button at the bottom to reach out to our support.